Hey guys, it's Sky, and this is honestly like the second or third time I've tried to film this video. The first time my phone kept running out of memory, and the second time the files got corrupted and deleted. So I'm gonna make another attempt, hopefully third time's the charm, and it'll work out this time. I'm gonna be doing a look along the lines of this palette here. I'm going to be doing a very warm toned look with lots of these jewel tone. I'm not going to be using this blue and this green. I'm using this and this, this and this and this, like just the warmer tones mostly. This is the Juvia's Place Nubian 2. I love this palette. This is the only palette that I have by them, but it's very pigmented and gorgeous. I love it. And then I'm going to be using two singles. I'm using the Chocolate Soleil bronzer and then the ColourPop Paper Tiger. This is just like a orangey matte, but you can use lots of different shades with this look. These are just kind of the color palettes I'm going to be working with. So I'm going to start out priming my face as per usual, and then I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus. This is what I'm going to be using today. Last time I used the Milani, but I am going to be using this one because this one actually matches me a lot better, and I like the foundation just in general a lot better. Yeah, most of my face products are going to be the same, but yeah. So I went on ahead and I just added coverage in my forehead and my cheeks, places that I thought needed it. And then I, of course, blended it out. And now I'm going to go in with my Catrice concealer. I don't remember if I used this in my last video. I think that I did. I think that was my first time I actually used it. I do really like this concealer. I don't really feel the need to let it set before I bounce it in. Maybe I don't do that right, but I just didn't find that it helped with anything. So I kind of will just bounce it in right away. Normally I'll do my nose and my forehead first, and my chin, and then I'll go in. And I like to kind of just pat, once I'm sort of done with each eye, just right on top of my eye like that, as an eye primer. Yeah, that's what I like to kind of do with that. Now, of course, I'm just gonna set with my Coty Airspun. That was the exact same as the last video, so I'm not gonna record this. It's not like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just gonna set my face, okay? Now that I'm done with my base, I normally just do like my foundation and concealer for my base. I don't do my contour and highlight, that type of stuff, until after, because I like to see the tone of my eye look. So that's why I'm doing this one kind of first and then my other stuff last. So I'm gonna go in with the same fluffy brush that I like to use, the last one. This is my favorite fluffy brush. It's like tapered and like, I don't know, wide. It's perfect for my eyes at least. And I'm gonna go into my Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I like to use this as just a transition through my eye. This I like to use just to set the tone, because we're gonna be using a lot of warmer tones. So this one and then my ColourPop Paper Tiger are gonna be my like tone setters for this look, and then the rest are gonna be like the actual eye looks themselves, like what I want my eye to look like depth-wise and things like that. I'm gonna go into my Paper Tiger single. I got this in my Ipsy and I absolutely adore it. That was before I started using shades like this. Like I had my 35O, but I hadn't really explored the realm of like orangey shades like this, like warm tones in the matte form. Like, I don't know, I just really like it. So I'm gonna go just above the brown, just taking the same brush and blending right on top of my initial transition into like a lighter orangier transition, because we're gonna have some browns and some oranges. So that's what I like to do. And then I'm gonna go in with, of course, a clean fluffy brush. And I'm just going to go ahead and blend all that through until my lines are very diffused. Just like that. So a quick life update from last week. Life has been insane. Yesterday, I literally got into a car accident. Like, and it wasn't that bad, but I know it's about to cause a whole ton of mayhem because my car got scratched, and like it was like a pretty big scratch. There were like cuts in it and stuff. There's nothing like that needs, I don't know. I want it replaced though. Like I want it fixed because it wasn't my fault, obviously. I was like sitting at a stop sign, and I was sitting at the stop sign. Someone was trying to turn left into the lane next to me. Someone was trying to turn right into the lane next to me, and they crashed, and then they hit me. So that's what happened, and I don't know. I'm frustrated, of course, and I don't know. I'm ready for all the insurance companies to start calling me and being like, oh my gosh, you got into a car accident. How much money will you give us? Even though I'm not at fault, like, I'm gonna just sit on top of the settlement or something. I don't know. I don't even know what I want to do. I just want the car fixed. So now we're gonna go into the actual palette that I'm using today, and we are going to go into this shade right up here, Morocco. And I'm just gonna set it right here. There's no mirror, which is a drawback, but I don't mind so much because I love the shade so much. And the only time I ever even really will use a mirror is if I'm sitting in front of like a camera, or I just don't have my giant mirror, because normally I'm in my bathroom where my giant mirror is. So anyway, sorry, what I'm doing is I'm just taking the shade and I'm sticking it in my outer corner and up into my crease. I don't want it on my lid, and I don't want it above my crease. I just want it tucked in right there, and then in the outer V area. That's all I want to do with this shade. Very, very light and blended. And then after each shade, I'm just gonna go in and blend with my clean brush. I want my shadows to be very blended and almost seamless. Some of my shadows I don't want to be so much so seamless. You'll see later, but that's how I want it to be, just like that. So then I'm gonna go into a small tapered fluffy brush that's angled. See the angle right there? And I'm gonna go into Jezebel right here. And I'm gonna go into my outer corner and just take, here, let me show you. I'm just gonna take this whole area, but I'm not tucking it into my crease. See, like the outer third of my eye, but I'm not bringing it in anymore. And I'm just doing small windshield wiper motions. You can even take it at the very edge and do this, but I want a tiny bit more control than that. So I'm just taking the angle that literally fits my eye shape and moving it back and forth. Like I said, I'm gonna go in with my blending brush. Where did it go? Just a second. I found it, and then I'm just gonna go in. This one I'm being very careful because, like I said, I don't want that purple inside there. So I'm just gonna go on the outer corner, just like that, like being very, very gentle, being very, very careful. And then same with this one. I'm gonna go back in with that orange later. And just make sure I don't want any purple up above my crease at all. So, now I'm all done with that. I'm gonna take a small tapered domed brush, still a little bit fluffy, and take Kenya, go into that shade. And this is gonna be the most detailed shade of all. I want it to be very, very precise. Let me show you. I want it to be right here. And that's all. I don't want it anywhere else than that one tiny spot, because that is just bringing a little bit of depth. And that's all the shadow that I want there. I don't want any more darkness. I don't want any more deepness. I just want a tiny bit right there. And then that's all. And then I'm gonna go back in right here because there's a little bit of skipping. There we go. That's a little bit better. But now here's the part where it's gonna tie in the whole look. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab a flat brush, completely flat, see? And I'm gonna go into Yaw right here. It's a beautiful brush shade. I adore this shade so much. And I'm going to tap off the excess of it and go in really intense, really detailed, this whole empty part of my lid. And I'm just gonna keep building this shade until it gets the intensity that I want from it. I'm just, you can see that intensity that I wanted, that rusty, I wanted it just like that. And I'm getting like right up in there. I'm doing a lot of detailed work to make sure it's not transferring up too high. So the only thing about this shade is that there's a lot of fallout you can see, but I don't so much mind that. Some people really mind it, but I don't really care. So then I'm gonna go in with an even smaller flat brush. So let me show you the difference. See? I'm gonna go in with a smaller flat brush and I'm gonna go into these two shades, these goldeny brighter shades. And I'm going to go ahead and highlight the center of my eye and halo it. So let me show you. Do you see that? Just a little bit of a halo, not much. Just a little bit of brightness to the center of the lid. There we go. Now there's a little bit of that yellowy gold and I love it. I'm gonna go ahead, now that I'm all done with my shadows for now, I'm gonna go in a little bit later with some highlighter and stuff. But now that I'm all done with my shadows, now I'm gonna go ahead and kick off my bake with my Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana. I love this powder quite a bit. It makes, I don't know, I feel like with it, my skin doesn't look as dry as if I were to just kick it off with the same powder, because it has, let me show you, it has this very, very light luminosity. Do you see it? It's very, very faint. And I love it. I'm gonna go in with my eyebrows. This is the exact same thing I did last time. And just fill them in and shape them a little bit. So now you can see it's very shaped, very nice. And I'm gonna go in with some blush and highlighter. I'm gonna go in just with the Revlon. I'm not gonna use the color effects today. I just wanna use my Revlon and blush up my cheeks a little bit. See, isn't that cute? It's like a cute little blush. I like it. And a little bit of contour and bronzing. I used the same thing I used last time. Very, very light hand. Just, that's what I like to do, and then I like to really spin it to try and blend it out a little bit. And then to kind of get my forehead to have a little bit of color, I like to take this middle bronzier shade and let me show you just a little bit. See how it's just a tiny bit, and then blend it out. Alrighty, now I'm gonna go ahead and go into eyeliner. I kind of forgot about eyeliner for a second. it's in my box. That might, just a second. Head and grab my lipsticks and then my eyeliners. I like to keep this one in the package, I don't know why. But I'm gonna be taking my Tarte in Mulberry and just the brush that it comes with and making a wing. This is a purple eyeliner, which I think looks really good with just how it plays off in the look. But yeah, just the Tarte in the 4-pack, the little colorful one. And I like the purple for this look. Well, I finally finished one wing. It literally took forever. But I still have to do the other one. With this eyeliner, it's really good, but I have to spend a long time doing the wing. I don't know why, but I do. Normally I can do a really good wing in like 2 seconds, but this one just doesn't work that way. That one was a bit faster, but I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with like my clean brush and re-blend a tiny bit, just right above the crease. Right there. So I kind of want to go in with a little bit of glitter. This is the NYX Crystal Liner Glitter color thing. It's just glitter. It's a gorgeous color. What color is this? Pewter. So I want to go in right underneath, I think, my wing, and we'll see how that looks. Just a little bit of an experiment. Gotta get my glitter first. So that didn't quite add what I wanted. I mean, it added a little bit, but not quite. And I'm thinking about cutting the crease. It just changes the whole look up entirely halfway through. This does burn a tiny bit, like just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. Not so much that you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die, but it's just a tiny burn. But let's like see about cutting the crease a little bit. Let's see about this. There we go. Okay. Okay. Do you see that? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go over it with glitter. It'll look. I'm gonna do a little bit of detail work, and it'll look a lot better. Well, I went ahead and I did it to one eye. I didn't do it to the next yet, and I just went ahead and cut my crease and cleaned up my lid a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and apply mascara, then finish up my other eye. It takes a second to let it dry. You don't want to be doing your other eye while it's drying. I kind of like to do like one eye at a time. Oh, I went ahead and finished cutting this crease. It got a little bit messy, but I'm just gonna step away from it because sometimes it can just get worse and worse and worse. But I'm really into it. I like the glitter. I don't normally work with glitter because this burns my eyes a little bit and I just don't like that. And plus glitter is just so extra, you know, but I am gonna do that while I go to school and do my homework and do the dishes, because that's what I've got going on today. Oh, I forgot mine underneath this eye. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with some highlighter now. I'm gonna use my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector as always, and just highlight the like to highlight. I'm even gonna highlight up here. I want to look extra glowy because this glitter situation is insane. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and pat this out and then I'll be back. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and go in back with this palette. I said we'd be back. I'm gonna take a highlight. Actually, let's take a fan brush today. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a fan brush, go into Zuri right here. It's this really light, really metallic shade. Very, very highlighty. And as you can see, it just adds so much gorgeous glow to your face. I'm just gonna take it across the entire forehead. And I like to put down a wet highlighter just so that it can catch, like the powder can catch a little bit better onto your skin and just look a little bit just like that, right? Just gorgeous. Alrighty, I think I'm all done with my face and my eyes. I'm gonna go in now with my setting spray. Do you hear how little I have in there? Just woo, woo. Little something there, little something. I'm gonna go in with my lipstick. I'm using the Cougar. It doesn't say what shade this is, but it's a gorgeous color. And it smells like bananas, so I have no idea what shade it is, but I love it so much. Gonna go in with the Kat Von D in Ludwig. Is that like from Harry Potter? That reminds me of Harry Potter. Oh, I'm thinking of Hedwig the Owl. That's right. I like to kind of just take the shade right in the center of my lip. A little bit of plumping, a little bit of volumizing, just like. Well, I think I forgot to film an outro, so I'm just gonna do this like vlog style. Thank you very much for watching my video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I have to go do the dishes and edit. Yeah, anyways, this is my like glittery cut crease look. I'm gonna work on doing another one. I'm gonna try and do videos like every week, maybe for like de-stressing, because this is really always cheers me up whenever I do a video. But I don't want to keep losing them like I have been. So I'm gonna try and do a little bit better with that. And do one like every week and just see how it goes, see what happens, and just keep editing and uploading, because it can take a long time to edit and upload. Look at my highlighter. Look at my highlighter. And then I did a little bit of hair. I just like curl my hair backwards a little bit with this little curler that I have to try and get a little bit more volume in my hair. And that's how my hair, because you know during videos my hair will be like literally sticking up. That's why. And I just like the volume a lot more than like flat, so. This is Sky Collins signing off on Miss Bonbon. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm bored. I don't want to go do the dishes.